Yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got less on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt up. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo!
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Dolphins going up against the Bengals.
Well, the snow started about 2 hours ago, and it doesn't show any signs of letting up soon as we join you from Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Dalton, 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Passing. It's Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. Avoids him at the 40. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on third down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. So on fourth down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball. Put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to drop him for a loss of 4. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's Dalton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. 2nd down, Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 3rd down, Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Carry from Giovanni Bernard. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Dalton here from the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And Dalton to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you've got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you. Maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts. Looking back and locating the ball, you name it, it's difficult all the way around. But the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest task.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Tannehill keeps on the sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was the right call.
And he's brought down. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Now Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Hawker's kick here is good. And that will make it 6-0. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt, maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. 3rd down here. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Taking it about the 16. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now Landry. Landry brushes him off. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On second down, it's McCoy. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Tannehill, and it's caught by Parker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Tannehill. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Green with a catch left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Tannehill on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. After the penalty, it's McCoy. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Carl Lawson able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And he fires one, but incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parker. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll go again to McCoy. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense showing blitz. A give to McCoy. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Julius Thomas from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on second down. Dalton. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now the Bengals on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing, Dalton. And able to find Green. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's a give to McCoy running left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On third down, it's Drake. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. First and 10 for Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Phillips with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Dalton throwing on second down. And Green with a catch left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So Dalton now, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. Third down from the gun, Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This give is to McCoy. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 19. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They'll run here with Mixon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Tannehill. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now McCoy. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him.
And he will find Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Julius Thomas, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's do or die for Dalton. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.
I done came up, bustin' down the whole broke, it's that bag. Want your people swag, you ain't even gotta ask. What are those, what is that? Please don't touch my rap, please don't touch my rap. I'm racked up like rappers, I'm wrapped up on camera. Get out on camera, squeeze like asthma. It's rare wrath when I wear wrath, bare wrath when I wear wrath. Might invest into some rap shit, Lord, still share wrath. And I'm dripping on rags, Rick gon' be the tag. Do the digital dash, yeah, I'm boasting, never brag. Please don't touch my rap, or the Chris Finn Nash, Alessandra Gucci glasses, the W Anderson collab. Yeah, you pop it like it, yeah, you drop it on the. I'ma buy another. Cause boys bring it back, yeah, you know how to make it last. Plus and keeping tabs, I'ma fly first class. Quavo hit him with it. Please don't touch my rap.
Don't step on my Ralph Simmons. Don't step on my Ralph Simmons. Don't step on my Ralph Simmons. Do you know how much I'm spending? My closet, it worth about $1 million. To the little up the runway, in the kitchen. Ralph Simmons, all kind of crazy colors, living colors. Left wrist, roll it, ice. Mason Margiela, my sweater. Mama told me never settle. Ralph Simmons, don't lace him. Got your wanna.
Huh? What? Don't wanna talk about the paper. I swear they got these be haters. They be hating, I feel out of. Live in cul-de-sac, don't get along. Ooh, right with my neighbors. Diamonds on my neck and roll it on. Now I later got underbit flavors. I'm with my lifesaver. Ooh, feel like Darth Vader. I'm a boss, you know I might riff it. Ooh, right in my basement. Yeah. But you know that I'm gon' face it. Wait, that's the reason that they mad. Cause Lil Uzi, yeah, he made it. Yeah, I wear that rap for I made it. Yeah, I wear that rap for I made it. Yeah, got that rap all in my basement. Yeah, once I got patience. Yeah, I'm famous. Yeah, put myself inside Mark Jacob. Hey, making a place with my label. I get it, I count it. 100 on my table.
Sterling silver lace. Rubies red, my skin too black to blush, too red to tint, not pages. This ain't on the wizard up. Pockets full of mint leaves, been smelling like it.